Hi, this is Kenneth with Fit to Move Physical Therapy and Wellness, and today we're coming to you from the Epic in Grand Prairie, Texas. It is a recreational center with everything you can imagine under one roof. That is swimming, that is indoor jogging tracks, that is fitness. It is a fabulous facility, so if you haven't seen it yet, you should come down and check it out. In today's pep talk, we're going to be discussing 3 techniques to improve your overhead mobility. Okay, technique number 1, you're going to need a foam roller. These are pretty inexpensive, but they're pretty beneficial in helping to improve your overhead mobility. So the idea of the foam roller is simply to increase blood flow in the area, help reduce pain, and I found them to be pretty beneficial in helping the tissue sort of stretch before your exercises. So what you're going to do is place the foam roller just at the mid portion of your torso where the muscle begins, and you're going to put your body on the wall with the foam roller in between. Now you're going to place a little pressure into the wall. That's going to help sort of knead the muscle a little bit as you move your arm overhead. So when you do this exercise, what I want you to do is focus on keeping your palm facing backwards and your elbows straight. Let me show you how that works. So just kind of place the foam roller on the wall. You can sort of lean gently into the wall to sort of put some pressure on the muscle belly. I move up and down the wall here. I can gently kind of turn my hand in and out. Palm sort of facing forward. As you go down and add a little pressure, make sure that palm is backwards, facing backwards. And this should help to get rid of some of that tension behind your shoulder blade. Okay, the second technique to help improve your overhead mobility is going to be increasing the extension in your thoracic spine. This is an area that gets neglected, but in order for you to achieve full shoulder overhead mobility, you do need to be able to get some thoracic extension. So for this exercise, you're going to need a chair and maybe like a little footstool or something to prop your feet up on. The idea when you do this is you want to make sure that you don't compensate with your lower back. We're going to be moving the area of the thoracic spine, which is kind of between your shoulder blades. So take a look at this. So you just want to situate yourself sort of in the front portion of the seat. You're going to bring your feet in. You're going to interlace your fingers sort of behind your neck and kind of tuck your elbows together a little bit. So essentially what you're trying to do is prevent your neck from moving too much. So from this point, you're just going to start with the upper part of your neck or your upper back, and you're just going to extend backwards this direction. Kind of go till you feel like you get a little bit of a stretch, maybe hold for 1,001, 1,002 count, and then come out. So during this exercise, what I'm doing is sort of tightening my stomach, pulling my belly button towards my spine to make sure that I don't extend from my lower back. So again, starting at the upper part of my back, I'm just going to go backwards, rolling down till I feel a stretch sort of between my shoulder blades. Hold that for maybe a 1,001, 1,002 count, and then come back to the beginning. Okay. Okay, technique number 3, we're going to be addressing the muscles just posterior to your shoulder, particularly the teres major and the infraspinatus muscles. These muscles can be pretty tight and restrict your overhead mobility. I'm going to show you 2 different techniques. The first technique, you're going to be standing with your back on the wall. You want to take your shoulder blades and squeeze them together and try to keep your upper back flat on the wall. Bring your elbows to about shoulder height. And you just want your hands to be just a little lateral to your elbows and try to keep them in that position as you move your elbows close inward towards your trunk. Now, as you bring your arms in, your shoulder blades are going to want to move away towards the front of your body, but you want to keep squeezing them together and bring those elbows in. Give it a good 1,001, 1,002, 1,003 count, and then back. So hold this stretch anywhere between 3 to 5 seconds. Keep those shoulder blades squeezed in. 1, 2, 3, and apart. Again, Back flat, shoulder blades pulled together. Bring your elbows across your body. Try to keep those hands just outside of the elbows if you can. Okay. If you find that one side is a little more restricted than the other, then what you can do is focus on that one side. Squeeze your shoulder blade in, grab behind that elbow, keep your fingers just outside of the elbow and just pull that across the body. Again, still squeeze the shoulder blade in toward your spine. Okay, the second alternative to that stretch you can do on the floor. So what you do is just take a small towel, kind of roll it up, and it's going to go just outside of your shoulder blade. And it's going to act sort of like a buttress to keep your shoulder blade from sliding too far forward. So what you want to do is just lay directly on top of the towel, position it right underneath your shoulder blade. I'm going to be stretching my left shoulder, so I'm going to apply my weight here on the left side. I'm going to bend my elbow to about 90 degrees. And let my forearm sort of fall out towards the floor. Take the opposite hand and pull the elbow up towards the ceiling and across my body until I feel a little stretch there. I'm going to hold that for 5 seconds. And back down. Again, kind of the forearm should be pointing down towards the floor. I'm going to pick the elbow up and bring it across the body and give that a 5-second stretch. Again, it's important, don't lift from this angle, but you want to let the forearm fall backwards. Okay, those were 3 tips to help improve your overhead mobility. I hope that they help you out. If you have any questions or concerns, just you can reach me at Kenneth@fit2movept.com. Thank you for tuning in and have a great day.